Hello friends, it's Stamp Ventures with Shauna, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. Welcome to my Tuesday tutorial on Tuesday, December 6th. It's around 9:02 Saskatchewan time here, and I guess we're on Central Standard right now. It's a little confusing for us here in Saskatchewan, or maybe not so much confusing for us as for other people, because half the year we are on Central Standard Time and the other half we are on Mountain Time. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're able to find me here and hop on. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to make just this really quick and cute treat package. They would be great to set around tables at Christmas. They're super easy. Or you could, hang them as little goodie packages from the tree too, or tuck them in with a gift. We'll do that in just a few minutes. And first of all, we've got to start out with today's funny. This was the work from home tip. Blowing on that's the word wine in the mug will help convince your Zoom meeting that your tea is hot. Well, and as you can see, I've really got tea tonight because, right now here in Moose Jaw and the southern parts of Saskatchewan, we're at like minus 33. It is super duper cold, and so we're doing everything we can to stay warm. It's kind of crazy that is so nasty cold so early. We haven't even officially hit winter yet here. We haven't hit the longest day of the year, but or the shortest day of the year it would be the longest night. And so we're doing everything we can to stay warm. But if you do have wine in that mug, blow on it and they'll never know. Okay. And I'm going to just check and see if we have a few people who have been able to hop on and join us. Welcome to all those who are watching. Hello to Lana and Lori and a few others who are going to be joining us here just in a moment. I do have, as per usual, I have a weather report, and as I mentioned, it's very, very cold here. So today's weather is Arctic. Yeah, we're right. It's coming from one of those poles. And so, of course, we had to have something that was rather Arctic, that was our featuring for our weather report of the day. The weather report is brought to you by the Penguins. The Penguin Place Stamp Set and the Penguin Builder Punch. Both of these items are discontinuing from the July through December mini catalog. I haven't looked online to see if they're still available, but if you're interested in them, you could check them out at my store, and this will be the last chance to get them if they aren't already sold out. So there are not they're just very few items that are carrying over in this catalog. It's just these things here and these things here. So a good portion of this is retiring, and my video from last week was a walkthrough of the catalog showing the things that are being discontinued. So you could go back in my Facebook feed and you'd be able to see what those items are. So I've got some 6-inch by 6-inch designer series paper here, and actually this is paper that's sold out, but I'm going to show you quickly how I made this treat package. And actually there are a few different variations that you can make with the 6x6 paper. So and they're all super fast. So I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can create some little packages. So first of all, this package that I made here was just slightly different from what demonstrators often call a diaper fold package. And I'll show you that, and some of you maybe have done this before. You start by folding your paper in half on the diagonal. And for the diaper fold, what you want to do is you're going to take the two edges, the two pointy parts of the triangle, and with that top edge, you want to make it go straight across, just about like that. And if you're worried, well, I don't know if I have any specifically great advice for getting your those arms folded at exactly the right, not exactly the same amount on either side. I guess you could do some measuring, but I'm just kind of going to guesstimate and say, well, that looks about the same on each side, just like that. So you push them in, but it's still kind of going straight across the horizon there, so that this line and the bottom line are even. And then you take this top pointy flap of the triangle and you fold that down and pop it open like that. And that's the traditional fold that many of us learned, maybe even in school. And like I said, lots of times stampers call this the diaper fold. And you don't even need adhesive, because really once you've pushed this down and you've popped it open, sort of this sort of shallow cone in there, then this flap that's been folded down holds the other pointed arms in place. So yeah, this is great. Not even any adhesive. But what I found when I was doing this fold is I wanted to put some stash tea in here, and you can see the width of the stash tea is wider than the very bottom of the diaper fold, and so it could go in, but it couldn't go down all the way to the bottom. And I wanted something that it could, stick right down in there, stash it right in there. I guess it could go sideways too. So there you go. If it doesn't matter to you too much if the stash tea is popped up a little, or if you want to put it in sideways, then this one would work. And I think some of you have seen my previous video. The nice thing about this is it makes kind of this large cup area, and you can put Lindt chocolate balls in there. Chocolate's important, so this is a good one to know for that. So I came up with a different variation on this fold, and it starts out exactly the same way, where you fold it diagonally in half. I'll just move this other piece out of the way for now. And then you could eyeball it and fold it just so that those two pointy arms fold. And this time they're going to go straight across the bottom and line up with the bottom edge. But I wanted mine to be fairly consistent when I was folding them. So I actually got out my Simply Scored tool, and I turned the diagonal against the ruler at the top there, and I scored at 2.5 and 6, just like that. And then I know that I'm getting a little bit of consistency in evenness when I'm folding these arms. And I wanted to make those stay there and have a little pouch, so that there'd be a bit of a pouch right here in the front, and there also, between the folded layers here, an extra little area to tuck things. So in this case, you can see I tucked the little candy cane in there. So to do that, I pulled out my good green glue. And the green glue is great for this because it's very strong. Once it sets, it's not going to move around. And, whoops, excuse my reach. I'm just going to grab a clothespin and hold that there for a moment. Probably could have just glued the other one in place too, and then clothespin them both. But that is basically how I made all these little tree pouches. It's just a little bit of glue down at the bottom, and then it's got lots of nice width down there, so the full width of the stash tea can go right down. Should mention, these are two of my favorite stash teas, and they only seem to come around at Christmas. The one here, President's Choice, this was the first year that I'd actually had this one. Winter edition, chocolatey peppermint herbal tea. And this one, it's kind of similar because it's chocolatey and minty too. It's the Stash brand, Christmas in Paris. Yeah, and they both have like cocoa shells. This one has peppermint first, and this one has cocoa shells first, and then cocoa shells next for this one, and peppermint next. This one also has lavender in it. Yeah, licorice root and ground carob pods. So they're kind of along the same lines. A nice, no caffeine, winter, Christmassy winter teas. So yeah, that's how I did that. And the neat thing is you get this second little pouch in here so that you can tuck layers of things in. And I have pulled some pieces of cardstock that I've die cut. Here's one of the larger tags from the tailor-made tags. It's this largest one here, and I discovered that, well, I could tuck that in here if you wanted to not only put a candy cane, but you could put a message from Santa in there too, or whatever. And then from the dies that look like this, and they are called the Scalloped Contours dies. What is that? The third smallest one, or third one up from the smallest. That would also fit in there. Could also fit in here too. So there's a couple things that you could tuck in. Oh, and I also pulled out some other candy because little kids might not be so interested in getting herbal tea in their treat package. So one of my very, very favorites, the Ghirardelli chocolate squares. I got those at Superstore, and they actually, you could fit them the long way, but they actually, these little pouches are wide enough that you could fit the Ghirardelli chocolates that way as well. And then I was looking and I found these peppermint crunch. These are the Andes candies, I think, and they're actually not bad, and they fit the width way too. Or you could probably put like a Ghirardelli here, and then maybe slide an Andes candy in here along with the candy cane, and you could kind of load it up with a few treats. So lots of choices that way. And the other thing that I discovered, and I'm going to get a new package for this one, is that it's also just the right size for a gift card. Whoa, look at that. Just fits. You could load it up with several gift cards. You could have one here. You could have one here. And then I decided, oh, you could do it so that it's the pull-out trick with the gift card. I don't know if you've seen the pull-out trick before, but basically what you do is you set the gift card, you wrap the gift card first with the ribbon around it, and you tuck it in like that. And now I'm going to need a hole punch, and I'm just looking to see where my closest one is. Just a second. I was really looking for a round hole punch, but I found this old rectangular one, and it'll work. It's actually going to Yeah, it's going to punch a little rectangular slot for the ribbon. So that works, but round would work too. Okay, I want these to line up, so I'm just going to punch again, just like that. Woo, not quite, but close. Okay, so then there's the ribbon on this side of the gift card. We'll pull it through that slot, and the ribbon on the other side of the gift card, and we'll pull it through the back slot. Okay. I'm hoping this is going to work. Yeah, it should. There we go. So you see a little bit of the gift card there, but maybe you need to have a little sign or a little note that says pull, pull here. So then you tie it. Probably a knot would be good. No, I'm going to see, do I have enough here that I can do an overhand bow? That would be, I think, a little bit, what do I want to say, flatter here. Just got to get a little bit more to work with. There. And come on, fingers, work with me here. We can do this. Pull it through. There we go. Oh, kind of, sort of. Oh, yeah, there. Okay. So there it is. It's tucked down, and like that, I showed you that ribbon is looped around the bottom, and then you pull it up, and there you go. There's the gift card when they pull the string. So it's kind of got this pulley mechanism, right? Yeah. So you could do that. You could hang it from the Christmas tree. You'd put a little hook, Christmas ornament hook on there, and you tuck some tea or candy in it. Yeah, and you've got a nice little gift for somebody. So I was going to show you one more super quick and easy treat package. Yeah, this one, no glue, fast. I just eyeballed it. This one, glued along the bottom, and I liked to use the Simply Scored tool to get the edges straight. And then this one, it's kind of a mishmash between the two. So you start out by folding on the diagonal again, just like the others. And once again, I'm going to pull in the Simply Scored tool and score at, well, you can make it as narrow or as wide as you want the package to be. I was doing 2.5 by 6. I could do it 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. Actually, I'm going to try that this time. 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. It's just going to narrow it down a little bit. Okay. Whoops. I think I probably caused the camera to do a big jiggle there. I knocked it with my tool. So then you open it up. Kind of have to talk myself through this here. And depending on which pattern you want sort of as an inside pattern and which one is an outside pattern, yeah, you can do it either way. We'll have these little circles, sort of visual bubbly dots on sort of as the inside part of the package. And just folding along those scored lines. So yeah, I'm just going to walk you back through that again. So I scored there, and then I scored there, turned it around, unfolded it. Now I'm folding the scored lines in like that, and then I'm going to put this like that so that these 2 points go back to back. And there we've got another little package, no glue. Well, you might want to either glue it or tie some ribbon to hold it together at the top. And oh, look at this. Yeah, there's room for the stash tea. And let's see, A little bit narrow this way for the Ghirardelli when I made it a little bit smaller there, but there's the chocolate at the back. And yeah, another quick and easy treat. And it is also, I think, probably, oh, here, let's do this again. Do the pulley. There's the gift card. Also a nice size for a gift card too. So yeah, lots of fun things that are really fast and easy that you can do for last minute treats or table, what would you call that? Those little table favors. Yeah, a few different things. So I hope you enjoyed the video and some of the ideas. There's one, two. This really needs something to hold it at the top. How about, where is my, oh, there it is. I could punch another slot here at the top. Oh, that's not very centered. Oh, let's see. Let's add a, there we, well, it's going to get covered up anyways. And I think I got another piece of this gold shimmer ribbon. I sure like this. I hope they bring some new kind of gold ribbon for into the mini catalog next year, because I sure love the gold ribbon that we've got right now. So could just tie it as a knot at the top, or can do a bow. I think I'm going to see if I can attempt a bow here. See if that'll work out for me. Might be a twisty bow. Yeah. There. Maybe that might be just as good as any, but I'll attempt a bow and see what happens. So I have this feeling my bow is going to be going sideways. There are a few different ways you could thread the ribbon through the hole and maybe come up with different variations of topping it off. But there we go. So yeah, these next few weeks, if and when I'm able to do, or well, if I get to my Tuesday tutorials, I will be sharing things that are quick and simple, because at this time of year we don't have a lot of time to be putting into really detailed projects. I should just mention quickly, so the heart here, I would have punched that from the basic white cardstock using the heart punch pack. There's two hearts in the package. There's this one and then one that's just a little bit bigger that has scallops. And then I stamped it with some stamps from the Cottage Wreaths stamp set. So there's the Merry Christmas. And then the little bits of holly leaves are right there. And then instead of using the stamps for the berries, I just grabbed one of the Real Red rhinestone gems and put that there. And when I glued the heart on, I just used, I don't know if you can see that so well, like 3 mini dimensionals. So I would have, well, here, except this isn't a mini one, but I would have used a mini dimensional here and a mini dimensional here and here. No dimensionals here because I didn't want the stickiness to get in the way of slipping my treats in. And yeah, but if you don't have a heart shape, a little circle would work nice there, or maybe a square. There could be different shapes depending on what you have available or what kind of look you want to go for. So hope you enjoyed the packaging tonight. Thanks for stopping by. I hope your Christmas preparations are going well. If you're happening to need anything, glue, I can cash and carry. If you're running out of a certain color of cardstock, I can spare, a few sheets here and there. Also, if you were looking for gift ideas, in particular, crafting kits. I have some kits on hand that I can cash and carry as well. So give me a shout, and thanks for stopping in tonight to see how the packaging came together, and we'll talk to you another time. Bye for now.